Hi, Ed Esselman from Esselman Counseling Services, talking to you today about the connection between psychotherapy and Chinese handcuffs. For those of you who don't know what Chinese handcuffs are, I have an example of them right here. Basically, it's a small uh, tube that's made of some kind of fibrous material, and how they work is you stick your finger in one end of the tube and your other finger in the other end of the tube, and then when you try to pull your fingers back out, the tube collapses and you're stuck. Uh, Now, so the question is, well, how do you get your fingers out? Well, how you get your fingers out is the connection with psychotherapy. How you get your fingers out is that you, instead of pulling your fingers apart, you push your fingers together, and at the same time, you gently twist one of your fingers, and as you twist that finger, you also pull it out. And so, in that sense, you can get free. Uh, by the way, I don't know where the name Chinese handcuffs came from. I am not intending to offend anyone of Chinese ethnic origin, so please be aware. Okay, but what is the connection here between Chinese handcuffs and therapy? By the way, if you come to my office, you will find Chinese handcuffs out on the end tables. Uh, Kids like to play with them, adults like to play with them, and occasionally an adult will get caught in them. But all right, so what's the connection? Well, uh, a lot of times when we have problems, our first reaction is to try to try to get away from the problem, symbolized by pulling your fingers apart once they're in the trap, in the Chinese handcuffs. And the more you try to pull away from them, the more you're stuck. Um, in therapy, oftentimes I help people get closer to their problems through examination of the problem. And I also help them take a different view of the situation, which is similar to pushing your fingers together and twisting at the same time. Uh, this new perspective allows you to look at the situation differently and perhaps find a solution to your problem. An excellent example here is if I have a couple come in, one of them's had an affair. Okay. Oftentimes I'll hear one of them say, I just want to get back to our relationship like before we were when I had the affair. The problem with that is that that relationship produced the affair. In that relationship, one of the persons decided to go outside the relationship for some type of intimacy. I don't want them to go back to that relationship. I want them to have a new relationship, similar to the idea of going, pushing your fingers together and twisting so that they look at each other in a different way. So, just another idea about how to consider psychotherapy as you consider whether or not you want to come in for therapy. Uh, that's it for today. Ed Esselman, Esselman Counseling Services, 1012 North 24th Street in Quincy, 217-224-5273. You can email me at ed@esselmancounseling.com. Check out my website. Okay, take care.